I woke up handcuffed to a hospital bed and asked the nurse, how did I get here? She didn't even turn to look at me when she responded with, the doctor will explain everything, just try to rest. I could tell from her tone that she was scared of me, and she practically sprinted out of the room. My heart was pounding so hard with anxiety, I thought it might explode. I tried to remember something, anything from the last 24 hours, but my brain was so foggy that almost nothing came to mind. The last clear memory I had was swallowing my narcolepsy pills with my morning coffee before getting in my car for work. Whatever I'd done to end up handcuffed to a hospital bed had to be bad, really bad. 20 minutes passed before another nurse came in. I watched her avoid my eyes while she wrapped the blood pressure cuff around my arm. Please, I begged, my voice cracking. What did I do? Is anyone hurt? I already knew that she wasn't allowed to tell me anything. I'm not supposed to say the detective will be here later. Then she was gone too, the door clicking shut behind her. That's when I saw him. A security guard was standing outside my hospital room, peeking at my bed every few minutes to make sure I hadn't escaped. I wanted to scream with frustration. When the door finally opened again, a doctor walked in, followed by a second security guard who positioned himself by the exit like I might try to run. Where would I even go with a handcuff chaining me to the bed? The doctor's face was completely unreadable as he checked my chart, like he was waiting for me to be sent to jail. You're lucky, he said, examining my pupils with a pen light, especially after what happened to the other car that was involved with what you did. Other car? My stomach dropped. Please, I need to know what happened. He set down his clipboard with enough anger to make me flinch. There were 6 people in the other vehicle. That's all I can say. His jaw tightened, and for a second, his professional mask slipped. You deserve to be locked up in a cell with the key thrown away. Before I could keep begging for answers, he left, leaving me alone to deal with an oncoming panic attack that had settled in my chest. His words about 6 people bounced around my skull while tears streamed down my face. Another 3 hours went by where I got no new information. I felt like I was going insane. The only sound in the room was my monitor beeping and the tick-tock of the broken clock. Recipe for disaster if I've ever seen one. Every second felt like torture. After 4 hours, the door slammed open and my sister Leah stood there, mascara creating black rivers down her cheeks. How could you have done this? How could you? She screamed, her voice raw and broken. Leah, please. You promised you were taking your narcolepsy medication and that this would never happen. You swore to me. She was gripping the door frame to hold herself up from falling. Mom can't even get out of bed. Dad won't answer his phone. Do you understand what you've done to our family? I'm so stressed out. I have no idea what's going on, and I did take my narcolepsy pills. I always take them. The news is everywhere. Our last name is everywhere. Those poor children. Her back was against the wall and she slid down to the floor, rocking back and forth. Before I could say anything else, security appeared behind her, gently pulling her out of the room. I can't even look at you. My best friend was next to visit me, looking like a ghost of herself. I brought you clothes, she said, not making eye contact. For when they transfer you. Transfer me to where? To county jail. Her eyes were full of pity. You crossed the highway at 80 miles per hour. You don't remember any of it? No, I don't remember anything after taking my medication. She nodded slowly. I'll put money in your jail commission, okay? Maybe they'll have the ramen you love. Then she left too. The detective arrived an hour later with a folder. I hoped that it wasn't as bad as I thought. You had a narcoleptic episode while driving, he said, his voice emotionless. You were driving on the left side of the highway, and then you suddenly switched to the far right of the highway at 80 miles per hour. He pulled out a photo and my world ended. This is Maria and David, who were affected in the accident. They were both 28. They're gone now. They were in the car with their 4-year-old son Michael and their 7-year-old daughter Lucy. He paused, his voice breaking with grief. And their newborn twins, Sophie and Elizabeth, both 6 days old. They were driving home from the NICU. It was supposed to be their first time taking their twin daughters home after his wife gave birth. All 6 died on impact. I killed newborns, I whispered, the words feeling like glass in my throat. I killed their whole family. I hated myself. Fast forward 3 years, and I never went to jail. Turns out the company that made the pills were scam artists because the pills I was diagnosed with didn't work, and they were held responsible for the deaths. I still don't know how to feel.